Hello, everyone. It's me, Lhey, and welcome back to my channel. I am back with another live video, and I am going to be sharing with you a brand new product from Erin Condren. These are the newest brush pens. Yes, you've heard that right. These are brush pens. I was so excited when I saw these. And I am so lucky that I am able to share it with all of you. So, our good friend, my good friend Sam from Erin Condren, of course, the Erin Condren team, sent over some goodies for me to share with all of you, and of course, all over my social media. And I love being able to test products before you decide to buy them. So this is what we're going to look at are the new brush pens of Erin Condren. And of course, you guys know me. I am a lover of Tombow products when it comes to brush pens and things like that. But I was really curious and I was really excited. How is this going to be? How is this going to compare to Tombow or the other brush pens that I do own already? And so let us look into the tips. So this pen has two tips. One is called medium and the other is fine. Okay, and so I am going to use my older Scribbles That Matter notebook, and this kind of became my swatch slash um, scratch art journal. So we have all sort of stuff happening here. So I kind of swatch my pens in here and things like that. Okay, so let's look at the tip of the pens first. So we have two tips here. We have the medium and then we have the fine tip. And I'm going to try and open this up so you guys can see. So this is what the medium tip look like. And then this is what the, oops, I knew I was going to do that. And this is what the fine tip look like. Let me just do this. So let's swatch. That's the medium tip. So you can also create some thin line. It depends on the pressure that you give. Look how juicy that is. I mean, look. Wow. That's what I was first. That's what I was so impressed about with this pen is the juiciness of the ink and how black this ink is. Because I've tried other pens that says black, but sometimes it's like off black, more like a grayish thing. Um, so this one, I cannot compare it to a Tombow because it just write very, oops, I have the wrong tip. It just writes very differently. And it's sort of Sumi brush pen that I've been using. I do have one from, I think it's Pentel, that is like a Sumi brush. I could be wrong, or Pilot or something like that. But it's not really comparable to a Tombow. I feel like this one, it requires more control, a better control. So if you're new to brush pens, I'm sure I can say that you might have a little hard time, especially to use the medium tip. Now, if you're going to use the fine tip, it just depends on how much pressure you give the pen. Because you can see brush pens, or you can get thick and thin lines. I think if you are new to brush lettering and brush pens, I feel like you can use the fine tip first and get used to how the tip works because the tip is very bendable. So it requires a lot of control to handle this pen. So, but since I've been working a lot with different type of brush tips and brush pens, I kind of do have the idea how to handle it much better. So we're going to go just swatch the colors that I have in here. So you have that. And then I have a purple in here. And then I have a red color. But these pens are so juicy. I mean, if you want something that has like bright colors and inks that will pop, this is for sure pops. Now, I use this with like the regular Erin Condren folio paper that I have, and it did bleed through. Maybe because I was putting too much pressure, but when I'm using pens like that, I would rather have it where I can use it everywhere. I don't like something that it has to choose a paper, especially if I'm going to use it for journals and stuff like that. Now with Hobonichi, I know that my Tombow Dual Brush pens will not bleed. If I'm using the Scribbles That Matter, will not bleed. This one is a thicker paper, but this one has a smooth paper. So there are some pros and cons on this one. But if you are looking for a new type of brush pens that's not like the dual brush, I think this is something different and something fun to play with. Like what I said, I think you'll find it easier to use the fine tip than the medium tip. Because even myself, even if I've been playing with brush pens, I'm still finding a little hard to control the tip of this one, especially when I'm doing the loops. That's when I'm having the troubles. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can really see how the brush work. And I'm going to use the black pen so that it will be a much better comparison. Now we're going to work with the medium tip first, okay? And so, wow, it is super juicy. It is unbelievably juicy. The ink payoff is just amazing. See, I'm having a hard time with the loops because it writes different. Just requires a little bit of concentration and more control on your wrist. So that's the medium tip. And then we're going to use the fine tip. Of course, you're going to find the ink would be much more juicier on the medium just because it's a much bigger brush. But then now that I'm applying pressure, as you can see, the stroke is not much of that difference. And this is the thick. See the medium from the fine? It's like this is the fine tip. Wow, I gotta get used to using this one. And this is the medium. I'm sorry, my phone keeps moving around. It's fun because it's different. It's so different from the Tombow that I'm really having fun trying to relearn things again. Oops, sorry. So, like what I said, it is not comparable to Tombow Dual Brush. So if you are familiar with a Tombow Dual Brush, these are going to be different than that. It's not going to be the same tip that you're used to. This one would require a little bit more control, a little bit more getting used to, but the color payoff are amazing. The ink are so juicy. But if you are an Erin Condren user as well, I suggest that you would want to try this first on the back of your planners or on the back of your journals and notebooks. So always try to do a pen test, see if it's going to bleed through. And it doesn't matter if it's this pen or whatever pen that you think that you might be using in your new journal or in new planners, that always try to do a pen test on the back of your planners. These are fun. I wish there's a pink color. That is one thing that I wish for. I wish that there's a pink color because you know me with color pink. So I wish that there was a pink color, but you know what? Rainbow colors is going to be okay. But these are fun pens to try with. And if you decide to try it, I'm going to post a link to my referral code and also my affiliate link to Erin Condren. Again, thank you guys so much from Erin Condren for sending these over. And if you would like to join me on Instagram, I will be hosting a a giveaway for the new brush pens and a new journal. So I will post that very soon, maybe this weekend. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It is at Mommy Lay. I will also post the link to that one so you can join in the fun giveaway. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you are watching this on a replay, I'm so sorry that I've missed you, but I do hope that we can catch up and you can join me on my next live video. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Until next time, guys. Bye.